You're listening to Historical Perspectives with Mr. Mault. Learn about life by looking at our history. Teachers, for more information about historical perspectives, search Mr. Mault's Marketplace on Teachers Pay Teachers or at mrmaltmarketplace.com. Happy learning! World War II. There are only two wars in history called World Wars. They are World War I and World War II. The most powerful countries on Earth were involved in both. Although many other wars have lasted much longer and killed many, they are not considered world wars. World War II began in 1939 and lasted 6 years. It started 21 years after the First World War, and it was more deadly. Before World War II, countries were already attacking each other all over the world. Powerful countries like Japan and Germany were taking control of land that wasn't theirs. World War II officially started when Germany attacked Poland in 1939. Britain and France wanted to protect Poland, so they declared war. Two sides were formed. Siding with Poland were the Allies. They included Britain and France, and eventually the Soviet Union and the United States and China. The other side was the Axis, and mainly included Germany, Japan, and Italy. World War II used tanks, warships, and warplanes heavily. Powerful atomic bombs were also used for the first time. More people were killed in this war than in any other. Estimates are between 60 and 80 million, with many of those deaths being civilians. Civilians are people not involved in the war. The countries of Poland, Russia, and China suffered the most losses overall. Germany's army was led by a man named Adolf Hitler. He and his Nazi party wanted to take over all of Europe. He believed that he was better than people of other races, religions, and abilities, so he killed people for not being like him. One of the war's most horrific facts is that more than 6 million people were killed simply because they were Jewish. The lives, property, and homes lost, stolen, and destroyed during this war cannot be fully counted. In 1941, the United States joined the war after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Over 2,000 American lives were lost that day, and President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared war on Japan. Sadly, Japanese Americans in the USA were then imprisoned simply because they were Japanese. The prisons were called internment camps, and some people of German and Italian heritage were also sent there for the same reasons. They looked like people fighting for the other side. Also happening at that time in the U.S. military, soldiers were separated by skin color. Black troops fought separately. The most famous black soldiers were fighter pilots called the Tuskegee Airmen. They were an important part of beating the Axis powers. The war officially ended with surrenders from Germany and Japan. Two countries in the winning Allies became superpowers: the United States and the Soviet Union. Although cooperation between them helped win World War II, their shared distrust and opposite political views remained. Eventually, tensions between them became the Cold War. But that's a totally different kind of war. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows." What, then, is the right tool for preventing World War III? Thanks for listening to this Historical Perspective. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe. Also, search for Historical Perspectives on Teachers Pay Teachers to learn more about other topics, such as the Golden Gate Bridge, Henry Ford, schools in the early 1900s, and so much more. Happy learning!